If you want to get pre-sold leads chasing you on a daily basis, there's no better way to do that than creating content. But most 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 figure entrepreneurs throw shit at the wall to see what sticks, when instead you should be creating strategic content. Okay, strategic content is better than going viral 24/7, and in this video I want to go through the 3 types of strategic content you should be creating to get pre-sold leads. And when I say pre-sold leads, I mean they get on calls with your sales team and say send the invoice, because they already know exactly what you do and they trust you enough to buy from you within a click of a finger. And by the way, if you don't know who I am, my name's James, owner of Magnify Your Content Media. I help 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 figure entrepreneurs build content systems to save time and of course scale. And if you want my social proof, check out the first link in the description. If you want to join my email list where I give away free content tips and resources, you can check out the second link in the description. I do that on a daily basis, and you also get a free present when you join, so it's a win-win. But without further ado, let's get into the videos. Now there's many different types of content you can create. There's growth content, but I don't really want to speak about that today. I know what you truly care about. You care about getting pre-sold leads, not just views. And that's where most businesses go wrong. They focus on growing their account instead of growing their bank account. Now growth content is out the picture, there are 3 main types of content you should be creating. Number 1 is belief shifting content. This content is shifting prospects' beliefs from they can't do it to they can with your method. To do this, all you have to do is analyze your sales team's calls, or even coaching, or even your coaching calls and check-in calls you have with your clients, and understand what their beliefs are. So you should understand your ideal client super well. You should understand what their beliefs are, because you're probably selling a transformation that you done in the past. So you had those beliefs beforehand, okay? So you can think about it that way. If you're selling for example, a fitness coaching offer, a biz op coaching offer, you have the beliefs that they have right now. You had them, okay? So you know them, and then you can create content shifting those said beliefs. Once you understand their beliefs, you can shift them and make sure they are ready to take action within your content. That's the first type of content you should be creating, belief shifting content. The second type of content is overcoming objections content. Now this content is simply in the name, it's overcoming any objections your prospects may have before the call. A good way to do this and go about it is download 10 to 15 of your team's calls, put them into ChatGPT and type in this simple prompt, analyze these sales calls and see the most common objections that come up and give them to me. I want to create content that overcomes these objections before the sales call. And now you have the most common objections, and now you can hammer them with content that helps overcome these objections before the call, so you have objection-free calls. So they just say send the invoice. That's the second type of strategic content you should be creating, overcoming objections content. Now the third, and probably one of the most important pieces of content is social proof content. And I'm going to say this right now, if you don't post the last 2 types of content and you just post social proof content, I guarantee you'll still get pre-sold leads, okay? Social proof is super important, especially if you're selling coaching or you're a service-based business, online service-based business. You should be creating content that shows all of your social proof, no matter what it is. No matter how small it is, no matter how big it is, you should be showing that social proof. So you should create content like testimonial videos, post them as short form content. Client interviews, post long form content. You can clip those up and post them into short form content as well. You can create text-based case studies, so running through a client result, just speaking to your camera and explaining a client results, and then mentioning clients' results in just normal valuable videos that you create. You should always try and mention results and relate it back to a client result, because what you need to realize is when someone sees a result you've gotten for someone else and that person is similar to them, studies actually show that they're 70% more likely to buy from you. So social proof matters, and you've got to make sure it's everywhere. Like, let's just say you create a piece of short form content as a testimonial. I would even run that as a retargeting ads to retarget all of your followers or anyone who interacts with your content, and just to hammer them with social proof, and then eventually they're gonna convert, okay? But those are the 3 main types of strategic content you should be creating if you want to get pre-sold leads on a daily basis. One is belief shifting content, 2 is overcoming objections content, and 3 is social proof content. So in your next pieces of content, you should create those strategic pieces of content instead of focusing on going viral, especially if you want to grow your business. But yeah, that's what I wanted to go through in today's video. Hope you got some value from this. If you do want to join my email list, again, you get a free present when you join. It's the second link in the description. If you want to learn how to get 5 to 15 extra high ticket clients within 90 days by building your own content ecosystem, there's a video up here somewhere that will be very helpful. Subscribe, everything like that, and peace.